guys, it's EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and we're back with another episode of Recruit of the Week. Before we highlight this week's prospect, I do want to invite you guys to subscribe to the Wolverine.com today for just $29.99 until August 31st. That gets you through spring football, the late signing period, official visit season in the summer, basketball season, plus coverage on NIL, transfer portal, and so much more, as well as a great message board community on the fort for just $29.99 until August 31st. Take advantage of our limited time offer and sign up today. If you're already a subscriber, please recommend us to a friend or gift a subscription. My anniversary is coming up at some point soon. Maybe yours is too. So gift a subscription to the Wolverine.com today. All right, let's talk about this week's prospect, and that is Taylor Tatum, top 100 running back out of the great state of Texas, specifically Longview. Terrific program out in East Texas that always goes deep in the playoffs and contends for state titles. They have produced a number of Division I prospects. Taylor Tatum next in line. Tatum is one of my favorite recruits on Michigan's board overall, regardless of position. I love what Tatum brings to the table. Multi-sport athlete, an elite offer sheet, the type of running back that Michigan needs to land this cycle. Since Mike Hart has been the running backs coach at Michigan, the Wolverines have settled early. They've taken more diamonds in the rough. They got a really nice athlete in Cole Cabana, but CJ Stokes, serviceable. Benjamin Hall, a lot of question marks after getting demoted at the high school level. So Michigan needs to land a Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards talent level back, and that is Taylor Tatum. With Michigan being such a run-heavy program and Mike Hart being one of the greatest football players in Michigan history, as well as being one of the best position coaches in the entire country, Michigan should clearly be a destination school for ball carriers like Tatum. And it's no surprise that even though Michigan just offered last month, the Wolverines are already top contenders in his recruitment. He is set to make an unofficial visit this weekend. Before we talk about more in terms of his recruitment and where Michigan stands, let's talk a little bit about Tatum as a player. So like I said, out of a powerhouse in East Texas, Longview, 5'10", 195 pounds, really impressive build. Super athlete that also excels as a baseball player. Now, I love guys that can play baseball. I always sucked at baseball. It's a very difficult sport. And those that usually excel at baseball and also play football, those hand-eye coordination and those intangibles transition really well from baseball over to football. So I like guys that are high-level baseball players. It shows that you're a different kind of athlete, and that is what Tatum is. Actually, the Michigan baseball staff was on Tatum before the football staff was. He has a pre-existing relationship with new Michigan baseball coach Tracy Smith for several months. Like I said, Michigan jumped into the picture in December, but the baseball aspect is interesting. I think the baseball staff has done a really good job with Tatum so far. But again, just an elite level athlete that also runs track as a third sport, like when he can. He obviously is a football player. He plays club baseball and travels around the country. So he participates in track, when he has time, and his times are actually really good. For the 200 meter, he is not that far behind Cole Cabana, who trained year round for track before, settling in as a Michigan football commit. I think if Tatum dedicated more time to track, his times would be pretty crazy. But again, that's like his third sport. Tatum is a guy that's just an all-around high-level ball carrier. He has the speed. He has the vision. He has the frame to add some more good weight, but he still runs with a lot of power. He's a guy that has been very well coached at the high school level as well. Tatum is an immediate impact player, a guy that can come in and start or at least get significant carries if Donovan Edwards is still on campus as a true freshman. So again, really a lot to like about Taylor Tatum. I think right now the board is Tatum and Jordan Marshall at the top. when you're looking at Michigan running back targets in the 2024 recruiting class. I like Tatum a little better than I like Marshall, and that's definitely not a diss on Marshall. He's an elite back in his own right. I think he's very deserving of his top 100 ranking as well. But I think Tatum is the clear number one on Michigan's recruiting board. He checks every single box for me. And then on top of that, he just seems like a really great kid. Now, I haven't had an opportunity to meet Tatum in person. That will change this offseason when I go back home to Texas. But just from talking to him on the phone, doing interviews with him, he just seems like a Michigan type of kid. He's a guy that's very well-mannered, well-spoken, and just has a really good personality. I think he would fit in well at a place like Michigan, which brings us to his recruitment. Now, Tatum has his pick of the litter, man. He has offers from basically everybody in the South. Georgia just came in with an offer this week, I believe, but he has pre-existing offers from Oklahoma, Texas, Texas A&M, Alabama. He has the big schools out of region like Michigan, like Ohio State, USC. He has the NIL-friendly schools like Oregon and Tennessee. So a ton of schools to choose from, a ton of great programs. But I think it's definitely a positive that Michigan is getting him on campus this weekend. Michigan was early on the baseball side, which I think will be a big plus. And Tatum loves the system that Michigan runs. Like I said, it's a very run-heavy program, should be a destination for elite-level running backs like Tatum, and he definitely values that Michigan gets their guys carries. And I think now that he's had about a month to develop a good relationship with Mike Hart, that resume that Hart brings to the table as both a player and as a position coach is really resonating with him as well. This weekend's visit is absolutely huge for Tatum. I think if you can get him to overcome distance, you'll be in a really good spot despite all the competition from the Southern schools and the NIL schools. I think Michigan is a place that again, fits Tatum both on and off the field, and the baseball aspect checks the box for him as well. So with distance, like I said, I think he is a Michigan type of kid. He did tell me that he's not afraid to leave home. He's already had these conversations with his family about potentially leaving Texas. And I think a lot of Michigan fans get scared when you look at guys that are this high of level from Texas and think they won't leave home because they're scared of the cold. And, you have a lot of great programs down there as well. But look, some guys are excited to get away and get new experiences. Being a Texas native myself, I was excited to see snow. I was excited for my first snow in Chicago. And I get the sense that Tatum is at least excited at the prospect of seeing something different, of experiencing something different. And he kind of joked about the cold as well when I last talked to him a few weeks ago. So again, I just think Tatum checks a lot of boxes for Michigan. I love what the Wolverines have done so far. This is going to be a very highly contested recruitment. It is a great test for Mike Hart, who hasn't won a big recruiting battle since he's been at Michigan. This is the time for the Michigan man to pull through and win this battle. You have to land one of Taylor Tatum and Jordan Marshall, and I personally would love it to be Taylor Tatum. All right, guys, for more on Tatum's visit and other prospects checking out Michigan this weekend, make sure to subscribe to thewolverine.com today for just $29.99 until August 31st of this year.
Thank you so much for watching. For more videos from the Wolverine, whether it be football, basketball, recruiting, live shows, and more, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for the latest.